Starlink Mini is an important piece of equipment that we take with us whenever we go on the road. So whenever I get the opportunity to review a bit of Starlink related tech, I do jump at the chance. So today I'm going to be reviewing the PeakDo Link Power 2 battery for the Mini Starlink. So this is a 100 watt-hour battery and is designed to effectively go where the kickstand goes on the Starlink Mini. So it's what comes in the box. We've got the actual battery itself. Now I have pre-charged this one, so I'm at 100%, but we'll get that set up and on. This is where the Starlink connection goes, and I haven't taken that off yet, so we'll get to that. There are, in the manual and on here, you'll see there are a lot of warning signs about not putting an input power into the output port. It is only for output power. So that's the battery. And in the little box, what have we got here? I haven't looked at this. So this comes with, oh, that's a magnetic mount. And if you look under here, there is also magnetic power delivery for this little part just here. I won't be using that. And I'm hoping that in here, and that's just my Starlink connector. So let's get it set up. So a little bit more about the battery. It's a 99 watt-hour battery, and according to the documentation, will give you about 5 hours runtime from Starlink. That's at the old sort of 20 watt. They normally run a little bit less than that now with the updates, you know, between 14 and 18. So you might squeeze a little bit more out of it, but 5 hours is pretty good for a battery of this size. It weighs about 670 grams, so it's quite light. We'll likely use ours more in a hiking situation when we're going to do slightly longer hikes. It does have an LCD display on the front, but we'll look at that a little bit more once we've got it hooked up to the Starlink itself. It's IP65 rated. So the battery also has 2 ports on the front. It has a USB-C and a barrel port. They're both 65 watt ports. The USB-C is a power delivery port, so you can use it for charging other devices as a spare battery if you need to as well. And it has a screw fitting in the bottom of the battery to allow you to screw a tripod into it if that is what you want to do for your mount. We'll probably just put ours on the ground because Starlink works quite fine just like that. So let's get this thing set up. So our trusty Starlink. So I'll take this sticker off the back here. As I said before, it's very well marked that this is the output port only. So we insert that one into there. Now I've not done this before, so this should be interesting. Right, and then I'm clearly going to plug Starlink in. That's it. So the battery is now fitted in there. It's quite tight. And now I will get the system up and running. So let's fire this thing up. There it goes. So pulling, what's that, 10 watts. Okay, so I'll go and move this Starlink out into a clear area here and we'll see how the app's going. So here we are, we're booting into Starlink. And we're at the moment, we're camped out on the middle of the Hay Plain here. So we're by a river, which of course means that we're under trees, but I'll move it out into the clear area here in a moment. So there we go, we're back online. Oh, apparently I need an update, so it's doing a software update for me, which is good. So we'll let that finish and then we'll come back and see how the performance of the Starlink is. So just while I'm installing this update on the Starlink, I thought I'd just show you through the LCD screen. So you can see 84%, that's the remaining capacity. The 6 minutes 21, you can see that little 6 minute 21 changing there. That's the estimated time remaining in the battery before it's exhausted. You can see the power we're pulling. Now I'm going through an update, so Starlink's turned off there quite clearly. You can see the power's reduced a little bit, and then you can see the amount of current and voltage underneath that. So what's that, 0.5 amp at 20 volts, which is what Starlink's pulling. So that's the 11 watts that you're getting. You'll see at the top there a little Bluetooth icon. You can connect to your phone, and there is a web app you can use to control and set some advanced settings associated with the battery system. Well, that update's now installed, and as you can see here on the app, Starlink is back online. One of the things I was quite interested in was the comparison between what the app's telling me the power draw is and the battery. So if I have a look here, right now 15 watt is the current draw, and on the battery it's telling me it's 12.3 watts. So there's a slight difference there. I'm not quite sure why that would be. Maybe it's an averaging. Oh, there we go, Starlink. Maybe Starlink's just a bit slower than the battery. So there are, Starlink's telling me 12 watts and the battery's telling me that it is 11.7. So, oh, now it's changed to 16. So there's obviously, this is a lot more responsive than the app. I think we'll see the app go to 16 watts here. So that accuracy between the two is quite good. So what do I like about the unit so far? And I haven't given this a heavy load test. I mean, that's not the point of this review. This review is about usability, whether we would use it on the road and how easy it is to travel with. At 600 grams, the battery is incredibly light, easy enough to pack. If you're going to pack a Starlink, you probably wouldn't even really notice the battery. And for the 5 hours runtime it gives you when you're hiking, that would be fantastic. I really like the LCD display. That's one thing I think is critical these days, either a Bluetooth functionality so you can see the actual status or an on-screen one. It does turn on and off very quickly, so you're not consuming a lot of power running that extra LCD, so that is good. So the cons for me is the IP65 rating. I think that could be a little bit better, particularly if you're going to take it out in the bush with you or use it in more sort of rugged situations. For inside a car, which is really what this is designed for, it's absolutely perfect. And the only other little con for me, it's not really a con, but it would be nice to have protection on that output power port so that if you do inadvertently plug in your charging cable, that you're not going to blow up your battery. But all in all, I'm really impressed with the unit. This is the only one we've brought away with us. Now we're on the road for a few months now, so this is the battery that we brought with us because it's light, it's got plenty of capacity for hikes, particularly for emergency situations, which is the reason we would take it with us. It fits nicely into the Starlink. It's really snug and it fits in there really well. And for those who've watched the channel for a bit, as you know, Annie's a little bit power paranoid, so having a little bit more battery supply is never a bad thing when you're on the road.
Subscribe.